Hey guys, so for the last video we did number 1 and 2, converting polar into rectangular. So now we're going to do number 3 and 4, converting these rectangular points into polar coordinates. So in this case I'm given x and y for number 3 and 4. And to find the r value, I'm just going to take r squared equals x squared plus y squared, going back to the Pythagorean theorem because it's where it came from. From here, I'm going to square -1, which would give me 1, and that is added to y squared, which is also 1 squared, and that's 1. So r squared equals to 2, and then to get rid of the square root and find out what r is, I'm going to get rid of the square by square rooting. Whatever I do to one side, I do to the other. So r will equal to the square root of 2. And now to find theta, make sure you note that I put down to plot the xy point first. So if I were to plot -1, 1, I would be in quadrant 2. And that's really all I need to know for that. So from there, I'm going to take tangent equals to y over x, opposite over adjacent. And that would give me 1 divided by -1, which is just -1. So we're pretty much looking for theta, meaning tangent of this angle equals -1. So where does tangent equal to -1? We're going to note that angle. Now, remember on the unit circle, there are 2 quadrants where tangent is negative. So there's actually 2 places where tangent is -1. So we graph the point, we plot the point in order to know what quadrant they're referring to. So more specifically, where in quadrant 2 does tangent equal to -1? And that would be 135 degrees or 3 pi over 4. And that's our polar coordinate, which is r, comma, theta. And we're going to do the same thing with number 4. So I'm going to find r first. So r squared equals x squared plus y squared. So r squared equals 0 squared plus 2 squared. That would give me 4, and then you're going to get rid of the square by square rooting both sides, and that would be r equals 2. So the r value is 2, and we need to find theta. So there is actually a shortcut when the point happens to be on an axis. So in this case, if I plot the point 0, 2, I'm on the y-axis. But we'll work it all out first. Tangent of theta equals y over x. So tangent of theta equals 2 divided by 0. Anytime you divide by 0, you're going to get an answer that is undefined. And there's actually 2 places where tangent is undefined. So if you look, you're on the positive y-axis. We actually don't even need to solve this part, tangent of theta equals y over x, because there's only one angle on the positive y-axis, and that is going to be at 90 degrees or pi over 2. So that's also the place where tangent is undefined. So anytime it's on the axis, you kind of already know the angle ahead of time. All right, guys, so I hope this helps.